This is the Michael Brighton Show. Inspire, empower, and educate with Jason Robison. Jason, what have you overcome or achieved?
I think we've overcome some barriers in getting people housed immediately. So we're able to house people immediately, efficiently, and effectively with our housing program.
What was the struggle like for you? Tell the story of how it all came about.
We're a recovery-based organization. Everybody at Share is in recovery. I myself am in recovery. And one of the things that drew me to this work in my own journey to recovery was attending self-help support groups in New York City right after 9/11. And the experience of healing in that moment, where people, like literally days after that tragedy, people were showing up to their self-help support groups, were supporting each other, were volunteering at the site, were going to funerals, and nobody was talking about who should be bombed or how to retaliate. And I thought, if everybody had access to the power of this kind of healing, we'd have a different kind of culture. And so I went into nonprofit work and I found Share, and I had been to Share earlier. Share on the website is www.shareselfhelp.org. And everything at Share is organized around connecting people to self-help support groups and using the kinds of relationships that happen in self-help support groups where there's no power difference, right? People are equals and they're sharing their lived experience to support each other. Nobody's telling other people what to do. There's no suggestions. It's just common lived experience. And using that kind of relational capital to connect people to community, to really build community and communities of unconditional love and support. So that's how I got involved. And we've used that to grow our programs, to infuse all of our programs with that ethic of connecting people to self-help support groups as the primary goal of using unconditional love and support and community to transform people's lives.
So what will go down as the three biggest lessons that you've learned? And if you would do anything differently, what would you do?
So the three biggest lessons learned, I think, one, community is both the goal and the method. So for people to really have a rich life, social support is critical. Social support is 40% of whether people are okay or not okay. And to really activate that, creating a sense of community where people can experience themselves as leaders, as the vision of themselves that they want to be, is essential. So lesson number two is, for that to happen, people have to have opportunities to be leaders. So when somebody comes to Share, there are two things to do: go to a meeting like a self-help support group or help somebody else. We create opportunities for people to help others. So even, the person that may not think they have anything to give has dignity and expertise and wisdom that benefits the entire community. And building a community so that everybody experiences that part of themselves is essential. So I'm going to limit it to two. I think the biggest lesson learned is really, as we've built this, bringing in other people and finding a way for, in terms of staff, building Share. When I started at Share in 2006, we were 4 people, and now we have a staff of 74. And for that to be effective, we have to have a way of bringing everybody in and creating community ourselves with the people in a way that allows them to bring their expertise in a way that's aligned with our mission and what we're doing. So building upon what we're doing and having them have some ownership of that. And it's good enough, right? It's like nobody's going to do it perfectly the way the person that envisioned it and founded it is going to do. And we have to let people have their experience and make their mistakes and learn and keep us growing and getting better.
If people wanted to find out more about you and the kind of things that shares up to, Jason, where can people find out more?
People can go to www.shareselfhelp.org.
Thanks so much for being a guest on the show. Feel free to subscribe, share the show, leave a review wherever you are listening into your podcasts.